if you don't listen to what I'm going to tell you in this video, there's a high likelihood you're going to lose the next couple of trades you take in the Bitcoin market. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm seeing and most importantly, what the order flow is showing me, because we're seeing some very insightful things. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be longing the market right now, trying to catch this low. But I want to give you the insights as to why I'm not longing just yet. And I do think lower is to come, and why I think it's the safest bet to wait a bit longer before you take a long position on Bitcoin. Now, let's get straight into it. If you guys watched my last video, I went over very, very in-depth as to why I expected a drop to come. In fact, the video title was why I'm about to short Bitcoin. And I'll show you exactly the levels we were looking at and what happened and what took place and where we are now, okay? So let's move straight over to the charts. All right, so if we start, let's just start with the thumbnail I had before when I made the last video. Bitcoin danger zone. We were looking at this danger level here. The reason we were looking at this level is because we had our local VWAP pivot line. We had a swing failure high. And let's have a look what happened. So what actually took place here? If I just pop up those exact charts, the liquidity which we took out was this liquidity here. We didn't end up taking out the higher liquidity. And this is why I put it as a range. And I said the danger zone. I said it's a range of around, what was it, 1,500? 1,500 nominal dollars, right? Was the give or take region. Now, we did tap into the region. Did I expect it to go a little bit higher? Yes, I did. But nonetheless, we tapped into the region, and we've since found a significant retracement off the backdrop of tapping into that VWAP and taking out the liquidity. Now, at a nominal value drop, it's been around 3.5%. So if we're just going to remove that now, since that's irrelevant, since it's been tapped into, let's put out our charts and see what we're looking at right now. Okay, so volume. Remember how I said in the video, when price ranges like this, which it did, we had a compression with the volume weighted averages, and you were compressing at the point of control. A move to the upside or downside is going to happen. Now, what I highlighted was we were in a pattern, right? And what price likes to do before it resumes up, especially if everyone's looking at the pattern, is it likes to take everyone's stop loss out. So this is why I do think we do have lower to come. We might range here for a bit, but I think lower is on the horizon from what I'm seeing in the chart right now. So the pattern wise, that's what we're seeing. These are swing failure levels, as you can see. So swing lows and swing highs. Our fair value gap, which we didn't hit in that time, but it was still a very, very technical trade. If you took that trade here, and I'd still be holding that short right now. I would have taken a take profit one, but other than that, I would still be holding majority of that trade there. Now, we can subsequently take this off. We can leave that volume weighted average here. Like you can see how strong this level was. You had a swing failure pattern high, you had a POC point of control, and a volume weighted average right at the top there. So yeah, very, 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 very crucial level. So what I want to show you, which I think was the most important thing right now, is the order flow. Because what we are seeing, in fact, here is, this is bearish order flow, guys. So what you're looking at is essentially prices making lower lows, right? You're seeing more market positions open, and you're seeing them be more market longs. So if we look here, we have 24 million new market longs enter the market. We have 17 million new market longs enter the market. Now, what this looks like to me is that price will come out and take these lows out, because usually when you have that formation at a low, it means a lot of people are going long. Now that doesn't mean we can't have a rise up into this region approximately in reverse. However, the higher likelihood says we're going down to take out higher liquidity pivots, because we took out that liquidity pivot. There's not much here left besides this little gap here to run into. So one would view this as a range. You would view it like this. So one would view it like this. This would be a liquidity high. We might come out to the tie range, take it out, and resume back to the downside. I would be expecting downside now based on what I'm seeing. We do have a 3 drives pattern here, 1, 2, 3. So we might have a little reversal into those levels here. But to me, it looks like we are already down this low. We have those market longs entering the market. Why would price not take out these lows on a higher likelihood basis where there's higher listing liquidity? It would make sense, especially since you've broken out of the pattern here. So my base case is still lower prices to come. Doesn't have to happen instantly, but I'll be expecting lower prices for the Bitcoin market. Anything else that triggers my interest in what I'm noticing here? I wouldn't say anything else is alarming. We have obviously nowhere inside this range, right? So you got, yeah, we're balancing underneath the value area low. So there's a high likelihood we go up a little bit and then reject and come back down. Okay, so that's really honestly what I'm expecting. However, you never want to short red. So the short was up here. This is why I made this title, guys. So you gotta follow along if you want to get into these trades, right? Anyway, you know, a lot of people were very, very bullish, saying we're going to break out. I gave two situations, which you always have to do, but you're going to be presented with what the data did, and we had a swing play pattern to the high, and we came down. Like I said, if we were to close above it, that would be bullish. But we didn't. We had the rejection to the downside. That's as simple as it is, and let's not sugarcoat it. I think low is coming. I'm just going to say that right now. I think we might have a little local bounce up here maybe, but I think lower is coming. I'm not going to be taking any long trades right now. In terms of where I think lower in terms of an entry point would be, well, one would say that your main levels would be the swing failure pivots, right? So these are your pivots, 1, 2, and 3. 106, 103, 100. If we're going to this one, we're taking out 100K for sure. We're dipping down lower. So that's going to be very crucial. There's going to be scalp trades in this 100% to take. But I would say on a higher likelihood basis, there's probably more magnetism towards the downside, considering the bearish market structure which we have here. If we're going to look at it on a range basis, we had the touch, pivot up, down, breakdown, and now we're beneath the region here. So one would expect personally, yeah, I would expect going downside lower here, here, and here. So those are the levels we're looking at. I will update each day as to what happens when we hit those levels and what I'm going to be doing, okay? Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to watch all the videos on the past. You can see what I've been doing and following along with price action. So like I've said, I'm expecting lower prices to come. I do think that the order flow is going to pan out where we take out those lows. I just don't see well where these guys win in terms of they entered and they took the low at the right point. However, I do think they might get a little bounce, but yeah, nonetheless, I do think low is to come. Anyway, pleasure having you on today, and I'll catch you in the next daily update. For now, guys, catch you and see you next time.